Today I want to talk a little bit about Roman numerals. That's always a nice follow-up to our story, which is the history of numbers. Hopefully you've all listened to that. Many of you have heard it more than once, but it's a great follow-up. It's very interesting to learn about all the different number systems that have come before ours, and to appreciate all the different people who have throughout history added to our number system that we have today. And Romans were a big part of that. Roman numbers were based on a system of letters, and they were in use throughout the Roman Empire, and even after the fall of the Roman Empire. Roman numbers were very popular till the late Middle Ages, actually, and we still use Roman numerals. Maybe you've seen them on clocks, maybe you've seen them, for example, the Super Bowl, sometimes carvings on buildings or special monuments. So I want to talk a little bit about Roman numerals because I know in the past that some kids have really enjoyed learning about them and maybe getting a cashier roll or something. If you don't have that, you can cut strips of paper and make it really long. We've had them where they're like 20, 30 feet long. Great fun writing all the numbers as far as you can go in Roman numerals. So I'm going to introduce you to that. They are based on letters. We have some idea maybe how they came about. We kind of think, 1, 2, 3. We think the V, might have been for a hand originally 5, 6, 7, 8, and possibly that X for 10. And with Roman numerals, the tricky part is that depending on the position of the letter, sometimes you add it and sometimes you subtract it. So I'm going to go through these a little bit. I do have numbers laid out here just for the sake of time. So we're not looking at those yet. I'm going to try and show you some on this paper without messing these up. So we have 1, which is I. That's pretty easy. Now if I write an equal value number to the right, or a bigger number, let me show you what I mean. If I put 2 together, that's 2. 3. So when I'm doing this, I'm adding them. We said 5 was a V. Now when we get to 4s and 9s, that's where it's a little tricky. So here we have a V, and instead of the smaller number being on this side, in which case we would add it, there's a smaller one to the left. When there's a smaller number to the left, we subtract it. You could think of it as like 1 before 5, or 5 less 1. 1 before 5, the number that's 1 before 5 is 4. So I'm going to write these. Let's see. I'm going to actually put this down and write. It might be a little easier. So we have 1. Hopefully you can see. I'll hold it up in a minute. 2. We have 3. Then we have 1 before 5. That's going to be 4. And then we have 5. And you don't have to do those lines like I have if you don't want to. So we have 1, 2, 3. Here we have a bigger number with a smaller number to the left. That means subtract. 5, take away 1, or 1 before 5. That's 4, and then 5. Remember we said it's kind of like the V on a hand. So 5 would be like that. So if we want to keep going, and I'm not going to do all the lines, I'm just going to do 5. So 5 and 1 more makes 6. 5 and 2 is 7. So I is going to be 8, 5, 6, 7, 8. We had said 10 was probably like that, the x. So 10 would be x. So 9 would be 10, take away 1. 10 less 1, or 1 before 10. So 9 is going to be I, meaning 1, then x. 9 is 1 before 10, or 10 take away 1. So whenever there is a smaller value to the left of a bigger one, we have to subtract it. And then 10 is x. You see that there? So we're going to do them with cards. Try and remember it's the 4s, the 9s, the 14, the 19, 24, 29, 34, 39. It's always the 9s and the 4s that are a little bit tricky. 50, if we want to do 40, it has to be 50, take away 10. So we'll have to practice these. It's a little tricky in the beginning, but they do get easier. So we use Hindu Arabic numerals now. We don't really use the Roman numerals in our everyday work. So we have 1. And in Roman numerals, 1 is I. I'm just going to place that under here. 2, that was pretty easy, 2. So we just have 2 I's like that. 3, 3 little I's. 4, uh-oh, there's the tricky one. 4 is like this. V is 5, and the smaller value is to the left, so we take it away. 5, take away 1, or you could think of it as 1 before 5. So the number that comes right before 5 is 4. And then we have V for 5. So when we go bigger than 5, we're going to go up to 6. We have VI. So because this small value comes after this V, the bigger value, we add it. 5, go up 1. 5, go up 1. That's 6. Here are 4 and 6, because sometimes we get confused. 5, go back 1, or take away 1. 1 before 5 is 4. 5, go up 1, or 5 plus 1 is 6. And then we keep going. This part's pretty easy. VII, 5, 6, 7. VIII, 5, 6, 7, 8. Oh, we're coming to a 9 now. This is where it gets tricky. This is 10. We said 10 may have come from originally counting 10 fingers and having the X there. 10. So 9 is going to be 10, go back 1, or 1 before 10. 9, 10, go back 1, take away 1. And then we have 10. 10 plus 1 is 11. Because the smaller value is after the bigger number, we add it. 10 plus 2, 10, 11, 12. 10, 11, 12, 13. Now we have something different. We have 10, 5, go back 1 is 4. 5, go back 1. So this is 10 and 4, 14. XV, X is 10, V is 5. So 10 and 5 is 15. So I'm only going up to 15 for now. My challenge to you is, and if you need to Google to find out because our charts are at school, listen to the story of the history of math again. Look at the charts. If you need to use your computer to look up the other letters, feel free. But see how far you can go. See if you can make a big, long, long, long scroll. Enjoy.